What's the easiest choice you can make? Window instead of middle seat? Picking a vendor who sends a great gift basket? Outsourcing business tasks you hate? What about selling with Shopify? Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit a million orders stage. Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell. Wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/try. Go to shopify.com/try now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/try.
Happy Friday. Welcome back to Cozywombmama Podcast, live from my bed on a Sunday morning. What's up, y'all? My name is Shan. I am the mama of the girls, and this is a podcast all about parenting and surviving these kids. This whole season, for season 16, I've been talking to dads who are trying to get back into their kids' lives or start, right? We are clearly at episode 20, so if you haven't checked out the other episodes, please do. If you know a dad that needs some help and some pointers, please share this whole podcast with them. That being said, you see the title, Don't Suffer with Regret. So important. Because we can't change the past. If you're ready to do dadding, should be verb, because y'all be the ones that be doing. If you're ready to do what dads do different, do it now. Do it now. Talk through it, and don't carry a backpack in life full of regret for your children or not being there. Don't carry that with you all your life. It's not going to help you. It's not going to make you a better person. It's not going to make you appeasing to other people. It's just, it's a bad look. It's like women carrying around bitterness based upon their play out in choices they shouldn't have made, but you made them. So why not push through? But we're not talking about women. We're talking about you. We're talking about you wanting to be a better dad, but you're filling the spaces that you can be making better with regret. Stop it. We are all human. Don't obsess over not being your best. Just be your best now. So let's talk. So I'm not a man. I'm not a dad, and I will never be. I know dads don't give birth to their children, but you are the reason your child is here, because that woman could have had a child with a different man, and that would not be that child that they have. Okay? So take that credit. But parental regret is a real thing. And it has many sides. Some people regret becoming a parent, period. Some people regret things that they did wrong in the early years of their children. Some people regret, the first 18 years of how their child was treated or not treated at all. And they, whether what the reason was, whether it was drugs, whether it was, predicament, whether it was not knowing how to do better, that child didn't get a great childhood, right? But we can't blame our kids for, one, being here, two, not helping us be able to help them, and three, we can't blame our kids for being upset that they didn't have the childhood that they saw other children around them having. Kids are not supposed to be born and come out here and work for parents to make parents' lives better or easier or more luxurious, okay? There's so many parents out here who, whole idea is to have a child with someone pretty or rich, and put that child in the best schools, the best sports, the best activities in order for that child to be really smart, or put that child in modeling so they can make money for them. And by the time that child turns 18, they've done so much for that child that they guilt that child into making their lives luxurious, when in all entirely, your child is just a part of you with another human being that is supposed to be out here and be a living example of all the effort you put in to another human being. And you're supposed to watch them flourish when they get to an adult age to make some decisions in their life of what they want their life to be like. Not your life, not their siblings' lives, their life. Okay? So maybe you have to change how you're looking at what it is to be someone's parent. Regret is a waste of time. It's a waste of current possible good times. It's a waste of energy, because no matter how mad you get, how sad you get, how happy those back in the day memories make you temporarily, you can't do nothing with them today. You can't change nothing about what happened and what was and what did today. Okay? Dads struggle with the life that they wanted, right? And then they struggle with the reality of what their life is now. And then when they have kids, they struggle with how to balance some of both. How to balance the life that I wanted and I still want, and how to mix my child or my children into the reality of what I have currently and how I can make that better. Or do I want to make that better? Or am I going to ignore the fact that it's not going to get better because I don't want to do the work? And it does require a dad to be very honest with themselves about, am I doing my best? Am I doing the work that needs to be done in order for me to be in a better mindset so my children can have a better version of who I want to be? Or do I not want to do anything? Do I want to ignore the fact that I'm not doing my best? And do I want to pop up later in my child's life and be like, hey, I'm your dad. I missed you. Let's go out to eat. But, since the lifestyle that you got, you could pay for it. I was just in town and I wanted to come see you. Oh, I heard you got some kids now. Can I meet them? It's very like the audacity. And so being a human being is a very self-checking process. But if you are a dad out here suffering with regrets, you need to seek therapy. Your friends are not your therapist. Your family is not your therapist. And your kids are not your therapist. You need to be writing in a journal. And you need to be making some goals on the other side of that paper that you're writing on, of how you're going to make that emptiness better, right? So get you a piece of paper, or you can write in your journal, and you can title the paper, I want to change. On one side of the paper, on the left side, make a list of all the things, changes or things that have happened or regrets that you might have. Make a list, okay? It doesn't have to be really wordy. Just make a list. Make a line down the middle. On the other side, title that side, How I Want to Change. And then for each line that you put on your regrets or the things that you don't like or the things that need to change, on the other side, please put a solution. Please put a goal. And then try to knock those down once a week, 2 a week, 3 a month. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Don't forget to check out Mama's Cozy Closet with Teespring. A whole bunch of t-shirts and, cute merch for moms all around. And, there's hoodies on there, tank tops, all of that. And loose tees. And I just focused it on moms because moms are always, driving around, doing things, needing something to throw on real quick. They're still kind of cute and still representing the fact that they are mothers and they are doing their best. Also, for everybody else, there is the Cozy Womb shop with Teespring for everything for the family, all the gear. I've been updating some new merch on there, so go ahead and check that out. And if you are interested in any podcast books, they are still available on lulu.com, The Podcast Journal, Marketing the Podcast, and The Podcast Questions. You write in them, you do your notes, you make your podcast yours, and you make it easy, and you just prepare for it. And they are all created by me, yours truly. Now back to the show. My daddy tip for you is to think forward. Imagine yourself with your kids forward. What do you want to do with your kids that you haven't done? What would you possibly want to do with your grandkids that you didn't get to do with your own kids? What do you want to tell your son or your daughter about who you are, what you've learned, something that you always wanted to share that you didn't? Think about that.
Here we go.
Back to the show. Whatever you need to do, however you need to do it at what pace works for you, do that. But don't sit and carry a chip on your shoulder when you go outside in public, when you go to work, when you go to the grocery store, when you get on a train, when you're in traffic, when you're dealing with other people's children, when you're in relationships with people who have great relationships with their children. Don't carry that chip on your shoulder, because people who carry that chip on their shoulder with personal regrets that they have, they always try to push a negative outlook onto other people of how a situation can go or what a person is up to or how something's going to play out. They're pushing their negative energy because they feel something negative within themselves. And that's why it's super important for people not to walk around with this regret backpack in life and just doubting other people's manifestations or other people's spaces of encouragement. Okay? Regrets will not help you get back time that you lost with your kids. Regrets will not help you teach the children in your class better. Regrets will not help you be a better boss or employee. Regrets will not help you have a better relationship with your child now, because you're always going to be working to put in effort based upon an empty place, based upon guilt. And parents who live with guilt sometimes spoil a child. And how you think you're helping, you're not helping. You're creating an entitled little girl. You're creating an entitled little boy. You're creating a boy or girl that's going to grow up to manipulate people through guilting them into loving them or caring or doing for them. And it's just all this not self-checking that's going on. And as an adult, you always hold more of the responsibility when it comes to children because you should know better. You've been here longer, you've experienced more life, and you're supposed to be the guide. Just like if an older man was approaching a young lady and he's 10 years older or 7 years older or 20 years older, as a man, you cannot say that this young woman manipulated you into doing X, Y, and Z, and that's why the relationship is messed up, or that's why, I don't like this or I don't like that. No. You have more time to learn better. You had more time to gain more understanding. Same thing with little boys. Like you can't sit as a grown man and blame a child on why you're not in a better position or you're not in a better place. Take some ownership, take some accountability. People who are suffering with regret often end up on their deathbed because of that guilt, and that guilt turns into stress and turns into bitterness and turns into heaviness, and they wake up every day just feeling angry or empty, and they try to spew that on other people because they're trying to get rid of it. But you don't get rid of it by spewing it on other people. You just start adding more people to your regret list because you have to apologize to them because you know you're in the wrong. So don't be nasty. Just clean it up. Clean it up. Get more honest about, what you're not doing right or what you haven't done. Help yourself. Okay? Help yourself. Thank you for checking out Cozy Womb Podcast. I am, that is improper grammar. I am in the middle of updating the Cozy Womb shop for merch. I'm preparing for fall. I know we're in July, but August is coming. Back to school time is coming. September is right behind that. And so I am trying to balance out, dad sweatshirts, mom long sleeves, and all of that, and what I think people would want and what I think would sell. I'm trying to come up with a newer Cozy Womb hoodie, so I'm exploring some options with that. But either way, whether you want to support Cozy Womb Podcast by sharing it, thank you. Whether you want to support Cozy Womb Podcast by leaving a review, I appreciate it. And even if you want to donate directly to the podcast, you can through Red Circle. And the link is in the show description. And you could donate anything you want. You could donate $1. You can donate $20 or more. It's just up to you. Either way, it does help. I am a solo podcaster, editor, graphic designer, web designer, pushing out content for you guys. And I hope that I am helping somebody or pushing somebody or inspiring somebody. But I appreciate you. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.